Mark Sosin Saltwater Journal. Pages from the notebook of one of America's leading authorities on saltwater fishing. Mark Sosin Saltwater Journal is brought to you by Berkeley Trilene, the super strong fishing line. Mariner Outboard, better in the long run. Humminbird, absolutely brilliant technology. And by Shimano Performance Match Components, for fishing any kind of fish, for any kind of fishing. In just a moment, page 1 of today's feature story. The tall and majestic lighthouse at the mouth of South Florida's Hillsborough Inlet has stood as a guardian since 1904. Behind it, beautiful homes and well-kept marinas line the numerous canals that feed into the intracoastal waterway. Pelicans lie in wait just inside the jetties, hoping to get handouts from the countless fishing boats that use this entrance to the sea. Beyond the breakwaters, a beautiful but fragile coral reef lies hidden beneath the surface. It starts in a few feet of water known as the shore zone. Moving seaward, there's a lagoon with a sandy bottom. Then, at a depth of about 60 feet, the reef rises steeply toward the surface, flattens out, and then drops sharply. At 90 feet, the forereef parallels the coast. Some folks refer to this barrier as the third reef, but it is really part of the same structure. Reefs concentrate countless forage species of fish, from bottom dwellers to ballyhoo. It is precisely this concentration of a food source that attracts predators and makes the inshore area prime fishing habitat. To augment the natural reefs, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties have sunk an assortment of ships, creating dozens of artificial reefs. Their locations are well publicized with Loran numbers and shore ranges. Each spring, schools of amberjack take up residence over these ships, offering exciting angling opportunities. Catching amberjack is really very simple. All you need is a jig like this lead head here, any of these lead heads, a diamond jig, you put a bait tail on it, or you can put a natural bait like a dead ballyhoo on there. You drop it down to the bottom. When you free spool that reel and you watch the spool, when the spool stops spinning, you get a little slack created, then you know you're on the bottom. You throw it in gear and you have two retrieves. One is either to pump up and reel, pump and reel, pump and reel, or you can just crank. You cannot reel too fast. You can't take it away from an amberjack that wants it. When the strike comes, it's powerful. It just pulls down, boom, and you got him. You're hooked into him. Oh, get away from that wreck. I ask myself why I do this. Oh. I like the short pump them, but when I get the head going, I try and take it.
What pound test is that, Mark?
I think it's about 17. Ow! Oh, all you gain, you lose. Look at that. All you gain, you lose. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Taking any line?
No, I use my thumb sideways like this. See, I put that little ball on the line, and I just try and hold the maximum drag, and then if he surges, I just let go of my thumbs. Just a question of working him. When he comes your way, you take what you can. You know all that. And then he takes it all back that you gave. You're good at fighting fish. I know the strength helps, but you prove that it's just as much skill in knowing when to do it. Kind of takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Not mine, just yours.
Oh, just mine. A gracious and soft-spoken lady, Sandy Storer ranks as a world-class angler, having won a number of tournaments and championships on the offshore grounds. She owns a 52-foot sport fishing boat named the Snapshot that is captained by her son Scott, and takes the boat throughout the Caribbean in search of billfish. Fishing with Sandy is always an enjoyable experience. You know, Scott helps tremendously by handling that boat.
That's one of the keys to this kind of fishing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! When that surge comes, it's powerful. You know, people look at this rod. I have these things, I cut the butts on rods so that it's very close to my body so I can lock in. If you're stretching like this, it just goes across your shoulders and you get fatigued a lot sooner. And people look at my rods and they think they're crazy because I cut the butts on this kind of stuff where I know I want to battle a fish. Do I sound out of breath to you?
Yes. Are you?
Yeah, you bet. Well, what do you do through all this? You sit there like I do when you're catching
Yeah,
fish?
this is the cheerleading section.
Were you ever a cheerleader?
Yep.
Yeah, you were. You told me that. There he is. I see color. One of the reasons I don't use swivels is so I can reel this fish all the way up. With the boat moving, he'll stay there. All you got to do is slip a tailor over him. Just pull, slide down, pull that tail out of the water, and you got yourself an amberjack. Boy, it looks like something hit him. Latest thing right here. We'll put a tag in him. We'll put a tag in him right here. Got the tailor off? Okay, where's my tagging stick? I got it. Instead of doing it in the water, we'll do it right here. Just take the jig out of his mouth and put it right in here, right in that muscle. Just push it in like that, it slides out, and that fish is tagged. When they recapture him, we'll tell him how big he was and where he was caught. You ready? Just put him in easy. That's it. There he goes. He's kicking. Scott, it's a big ocean out here. How do you know where to start fishing? How do you know where to look?
Oh, Mark, I've been fishing this area a long time, and just through the years I've learned certain spots and certain areas that I like, and I work these areas. And there's a certain depth I work in generally for the type of fish we're fishing for.
Tell us that secret.
Well, if I'm working for a sailfish, I'll work between about 100 feet out to about 400 feet. Generally, that's been the depth that most of the fish have been caught in this area, and that's the depth we're working in right now. We're about 180 feet right now.
Now, dolphins really are spring and summer fish.
Right.
They depend on the southeast winds to push the sargassum weed north,
Right.
and they come along the weed lines. And when you dolphin fish, you're looking for edges, you're looking for weed lines, you're looking for
Right.
anything.
Right. Anything that they might be hanging under or they might attract to, we'll work that area a lot.
Look at him go. That's nice as fish. Oh!
Woo! Look at him go!
Again, here he comes. Here he comes. That looks good. Now you just plumb slow and steady. Oh! Again, here he comes. I notice you do one thing. When that fish is taking line like that, you do not turn the handle to that
No, you can't do
fish. What
that.
happens if you do that?
Your line gets all tangled and
That's probably the biggest mistake, Sandy, that people make.
reeling against the drag.
Yeah, they're fighting a fish, line is coming off, and they're turning the handle, and every time the head of the spinning reel turns, it puts 4 or 5 twists in there. 6 twists if it's a fast reel. Now he went down on you.
I know.
And then what do you do?
And just little short pumps to get him up.
It's neat, even though you're offshore fishing live bait or trolling, to keep spinning rods handy because you can run into dolphin or something can happen. You always have a bait you can cast out there.
I know we attracted them with that big bonita on there.
Marlin, I
Yep.
can see him now. These dolphin really come up when that wind comes out of the southeast, as it's been doing. These dolphin come up here, at least in the spring, early spring and summer. Nice to have somebody running a boat for you, help you get that fish up.
You never give in on a fish, do you? It's always a steady pressure.
Nope, can't.
What's the way? You have a padded cockpit combing here.
Yeah.
And you brace your legs against that with support, and then you just lean. You're really pumping with your legs as much as your arms and body.
Just balancing yourself more or less, you know.
I can see that fish down there. There he comes. There he comes. There he comes. He's going to be up. All right, let me try and get in and get him. They're tough on spinning tackle.
What's this one, about a 15-pounder, 10 maybe?
It's a good fish. It's a good fish. There you go. Reel down. One more time. Getting ready to do something. I like you when you get determined. I can see you just tighten up, and then you're going to start pumping again. Just lean him in a little closer. Key thing with this, Sandy, is to get his tail out of the water. That's his means of propulsion.
That's its motor.
Right. I can get him to calm down a minute. You know, you don't have to kill these fish. Even a decent-sized fish like that, you don't have to kill him. You can get a tailor on him. He'll stay there. See if I can get this hook out of him.
Can you get it okay, Mark?
I will in a minute. John, can you get that hook for me? It just fell out. You didn't have him by much. That's a good fish. That's better than 15 pounds. John, one more favor if you would. I'm going to slide this tailor off. It's off. See how easy it slides off? There's nothing to it. And then I just take him, get him started, he's gone. That fast. You know, Sandy, so many people don't release these dolphins. And with the tailor, it's easy. You slide the tailor over there. If you grab that fish near the tail, you could usually hold them pretty well. I mean, up to what you caught like this. When they get 30, 40 pounds, they're tough to control. And
I bet.
Then I just cut the hook. Or
And
pop
he swims off.
But there just isn't an endless supply of dolphin as people think. I mean, there's good years and bad years, but a lot of them get taken. Now, Sandy, there's a personal question I have to ask you.
What's that?
Here you are, rigging bait, you handle your own bait, you rig it, you fight fish. I know you've caught a number of blue marlin, yet you have perfectly manicured nails. And women are always complaining they chip their nails in the kitchen, doing dishes, cleaning and all that. How do you keep your nails so beautiful out here?
I don't do dishes.
He's on there. I don't know, he just crashed it. I saw the crash. Saw the crash. Sailfish!
Yeah, it's okay. We're doing fine. We got a little standoff here.
All right, Sandy, I can see your ballyhoo now.
No, no,
Or is that the other one?
that's the other one.
Oh, that's off of there. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be all right. Stay right with him. You're clear now. Everything's clear.
Okay.
Everything's clear. And the fish is heading south. The key to rigging a ballyhoo is to use a small hook, a short piece of wire. You put the hook point right in the lower jaw. Lay the shank of the hook along the bill, and then you take the wire and you just wrap the hook with the wire. That's all you have to do. And it holds this in line. The hook protrudes on the underside. The ballyhoo can swim. And when a fish takes him, he's going to take the bait head first. He's going to eat the bait like that, and the hook is right there. That's the way you want to rig a ballyhoo when you're power drifting it or slow trolling it. Couldn't have a more beautiful time of day to catch this fish. Now, how did you know at that moment that that sailfish was there? Woo! Coming up. Again. It's a wintertime fish. Okay, stay with
Coming
him.
toward the boat.
Stay with him. He's not going to come in. Just stay with him. All right. There he is right here. I can see him. See him with Polaroid. 30 feet behind the boat. That's it. Nice short pump. Looking good. You got the leader up. A lot of people rig offshore. They put a swivel here and then just loop the leader on a snap swivel. But a nicer way to do it is if you tie a bimini twist in here and you go to an Albright knot, you can reel this through the guide all the way up and you can fight your fish right down to the end. Somebody doesn't have to grab 15 feet of leader and play the fish the last 15 feet. So this is a system that we've been using out here and it works very well. The neat thing with that leader system, we have it knotted on there, Sandy, so you can reel it right up and you don't have a swivel and 15 feet of leader behind it. You can control that fish the whole time.
Makes it a lot easier to control a fish.
Yeah, I like that system better. Reel right down on them. John's about ready. Okay, let me put a tag in them, Sandy. That's all it is. You know, people hit them with a tag hard. You don't have to hit them hard with a tag.
The tags go in easy.
Just push it in. Typical Florida sailfish. And look where he's hooked. Right in the corner of the jaw. All right, let's see if we can get that hook out. Yeah, I got a pair of pliers. If you can hold them. I got it, Mike. Boy, it didn't take much to get that out, did it? Let's lay him in the water, give him a little artificial respiration. There he goes. There he goes, Sandy. Look at him swim off.
The fragile coral reef along the South Florida coast hosts a complex food chain that attracts dozens of predator species. Protecting the reef line helps to ensure a continuing fishery in the nearshore waters. The growing number of fishing enthusiasts makes it important to release billfish, dolphin, amberjack, and other species if local fish stocks are to remain healthy and available. Mark Sosin Saltwater Journal has been brought to you by Berkeley Trilene, the super strong fishing line. Mariner Outboards, better in the long run. Humminbird, absolutely brilliant technology. And by Shimano Performance Match Components, for fishing any kind of fish for any kind of fishing. Join us next week for another feature story from the pages of Mark Sosin's Saltwater Journal.